It's 7 o'clock. Let's get this going. And why's that first? Reorganize before we call the order. It's always after the call. Okay. All right, the Common Council regular session, January 2026. Let's call it to order now. This is the 25th one. Happy New Year, everybody. And if you would, please rise, face the flag, and say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ms. Tucker, roll call, please.
Mayor Wilson.
Present.
Councilmember White. Bonham.
Aye.
Mayfield.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
McClanahan.
Here.
I do not see the city attorney. I do not see. Are you here for Garrett?
I can be. Maybe.
Okay. Fire Chief Robertson and gee, there's our buddy. Good to have you.
Who's representing tonight? There's those two.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so next item on the list, minutes from the prior meetings. November and December went around. December, we had only a couple council members here. It was not a quorum, but the motion to accept November's minutes.
I'll make a motion for November.
Second.
I'll second.
Oh, Tom
Okay.
already seconded.
Oh, I didn't hear Tom.
Yeah.
I'll do the third second,
Keep telling you, you gotta be loud.
the second second.
First, second.
Okay, Councilmember White.
Aye.
Councilmember Bonham.
Aye.
Councilmember Mayfield.
Aye.
Councilmember Brown.
Aye.
Councilmember McClanahan.
Aye.
All ayes.
Okay,
Was that for both of those?
that was just for November's.
Oh.
Here comes Chief Garrett at the door now.
Oh, good.
Okay. There was only two here for December. All right, so moving on to additions, deletions to the agenda tonight. Does anybody have any additions or deletions? Oh, yeah. So before we do that, is time to reorganize since it's January special session. Is there a motion?
I make a
for-
motion, Tom McClanahan, President of the City Council.
Is there a second to that?
May I do that?
Second?
Who was the-
I made the motion
got it.
To have.
for Tom McClanahan to be the President of 2026.
And that's it. Okay, all right. I want to make sure there wasn't anything in there.
And I come right under him with a
That's
second.
pretty quick.
Moved in, moved in.
Thank you, Tom.
Okay, well, then, Councilmember White. Councilmember Brown.
Aye.
Councilmember Mayfield.
Aye.
Councilmember Brown.
Aye.
Councilmember McClanahan.
Why not?
All
Aye.
All right.
Pretty quick.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, Tom, you've done a super job. That's all I got.
Thanks.
I'm not sure, Gene, but that's.
I don't know if she'll put that in the minutes, but I hope she does.
Write that. down.
Additions or deletions now to tonight's agenda? Does anybody have anything to add? I don't have anything. Going to old business, none. New business, got item A here. I was approached by the superintendent of Southwest School Corporation. Wanted to bring up December. There was no quorum in December, so he has received a grant. And he's asked me to bring it to you guys' attention. He can come if you guys need him to show up. He wants to get 2 flashing signs with this grant. And it's coming up in the next few months. He's like, we're not, back when he talked to me about it, he wasn't close to receiving the grant money and purchasing signs and, I was like, yeah, it needs to go in front of the council so they can, make a decision on it. But it's the flashing signs. You see a lot of stoplights that flash around at the edges of it. You see some up, I believe, around North Central School on the highway where the yellow, I'm gonna call it yellow. It's gotta be yellow. Flashing around it. I don't think there's another color to it, but yellow going around the outer edges of the signs with, the school crossing and everything. And this, why he asked about this was when Officer Story stands in the middle of the road in the mornings, it's, he has people passing. When he puts that stop paddle out there, they're still going.
Mhm.
It's an unsafe how the superintendent Stitzel talked to me was like, it's unsafe, to where he thinks this will bring more alert and attention to that area, emphasizing, hey, slow down, give the right of way to the officer, the patrol officer in the middle. I know our officer goes there some mornings when he stays over off his shift to help Officer Story. So he's asked for permission, if you guys see fit, to modify the sign ordinance to let him add a couple signs up in that area, to where he didn't have the details. I asked him details like, where do you think the vicinity would be at? Going north, he thought maybe down between the China Walk and the entrance of that strip there that Joe's is in. That might be an area there. It may also be closer to the parking lot down there, maybe out in front of Lake Springer Insurance. He didn't know the exact location of it yet, but he wanted to have me bring it up to you guys to see if you guys would approve it.
So
For
the
him to have it too.
signage, is it informational signage? I mean, I know so is it something they pay a fee for?
School zone
They still
signage.
have to pay the fee for the signage?
They'll pay a fee to put it in, yeah. But I don't think there's an ongoing fee
Right,
cost.
it's just
but yeah.
the cost of putting the sign up.
And there's two of them. One be coming to where he. Get that locked in there. Nope. I heard it lock. There it went down. Look what 2026 does. There we go. All right. One the northern one may be past Frake Street as you come in by the elementary school. And the southern sign may be like in that China Walk near the high school area. So there may be a large gap. He also might just put it by the high school, maybe just north of the high school. So the locations of them, he doesn't really know. There may be some guidelines too, where he has to put them somewhere, within a distance of an entrance to the school. But he wanted me to bring that up, see if you guys would approve it for him to pursue with that grant, those signs, a couple signs. He didn't know figures or anything, but he wanted to use that grant for 2 signs.
Use a motion.
Yeah, if you guys see fit, have any questions, you guys want me to, have him come in, I mean, he'll come in too, but if I can answer any more, he's talked to me about it.
Will those flash 24/7, 365?
Yeah, my understanding, they're LED solar powered, so I think, yes, they'll stay on.
Argue against safety.
Yeah, he just wants to bring more awareness to it because in the mornings, it's.
You ever think about putting some more lights along there when them guys stand out there?
No, and the situation he told me, he said even on a good day, you'll still have people. I know the school buses still get passed with their arms out, frequently, but with conditions like weather conditions he spoke on, and Officer Stories and all the reflective gear, got the flashlight strobes going and the paddle and everything, and they still are just continuously, like I said, he goes up there quite a bit. I mean, I won't say quite a bit, but
I
often.
used to when I was on days all the time, and it
Yeah.
is, I would say every time I was there, I wrote at least one citation for disregarding traffic control officer. That's just, nobody can really see him, or they just not paying attention. It is pretty chaotic in
They do.
that intersection.
Have some of those done bad stop areas in Evansville, and they do, where 4-ways are hard to see, they do illuminate those signs. You can tell them. Of course, that doesn't mean
Right,
people
then pay
aren't gonna
attention
go
to it.
ahead. I think citation's probably the best way to stop them.
Around.
Additional lights could also light up the area some. I have to look to see how lit up it is, but I don't know.
What's the status of the light there?
Clark came in yesterday. We say yesterday, I talked to you guys this morning. Was it yesterday, this morning?
Came in yesterday. Once he had it in hand, he made a phone call to the gentleman that's coming to replace the part, and he's supposed to be here by the end of this week.
This week, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the 4-way light?
Yeah, the stoplight is.
Hey, can I ask you a question? When that thing goes out,
I like it.
is there some way that we can set that up to blink 4 red lights rather than put that thing out there in the middle? Can
It
we?
went completely out. So, yeah, every day they've gone out there to try to reset it, and it will reset for like 5 minutes, and it, will go out again. And they tried to have it flash red. With this part coming in, it's a controller. It can be set to flash red if it goes out. But this controller part is the reason it won't flash, it won't work, it's dead to, until this part gets put in. But yeah, if there's something else broke on it, it should be able to be turned flashing all 4 red flash, yes. So yeah, any questions on the school signage that Superintendent Stitzel has requested? He wanted me to just talk to you guys, see if you guys would pass it for him to be able to purchase them upon receiving this grant.
I make a motion. we
Second.
Approve it.
First, okay.
Councilmember White.
Aye.
Councilmember Bonham.
Aye.
Councilmember Mayfield.
Aye.
Councilmember Brown.
Aye.
Councilmember McClanahan.
Aye.
All ayes.
Okay. No other new business tonight. Moving on, Police Chief Garrett.
For the month, we had 171 calls of service. Outside of that, we're just flowing.
Questions for the chief?
Get me around hiring another officer, Mike.
We were working on that. We had somebody that was interested and that didn't work out, so we're probably gonna start advertising within the next week or two.
Okay. I'm just curious.
And moving out of the building across the street?
Yes, Thursday, we're supposed to, Cody with the street department's supposed to go down with the dump truck and we're gonna get rid of the trash and some old file cabinets and stuff we still had in the building. And then we should be completely out of there.
Very few items left. Okay. Any questions for the chief? Hearing none, going on to fire.
For the month of December, we had, rescue calls. We had 39 of them, fire and rescue. And then we had 77 medic calls, for a total of 116. And then for the month, for the total of the year, we had, fire and rescue was 529, medic 736, total of 1,265. We also had 2 out of the county assist agencies, which was in Greene County. Both times was for Linton with the 2 tornadoes that they had. So we went over and helped them for a little while, or a couple times. So other than that, that's all I got.
Questions for the chief?
The only thing I got to add is I didn't get in here in time to make copies. When the township did purchase $25,000 equipment, I got the papers to show what they bought, valves, so on and so forth. I'll pass them around. You can look.
Any other questions for the fire chief? All right, streets and utilities.
Basically, ours consisted of getting the garland put up prior to Christmas, snow removal. A couple instances that took us a little bit of time to get some things cleaned up. We picked up some brush while we were out and available. We only had, I believe, 4 actual sewer calls. Of the 4, 1 was actually on us. We are still currently working on that. We found a collapsed main in the 400 block of West Washington Street. It was not only collapsed, a lot of the pipe was missing and it was full of tree roots. The 8-inch pipe was a solid mass of tree roots. We've since got that removed, had the water company finally got the water meter moved off the top of our sewer line, moved nearer the house. So now we can finish digging and replacing that section of main and get
You said that was West Washington or East?
East, sorry, East Washington. I did say west. It was East Washington. Sorry. Yeah. Dealing with a beaver dam at the plant.
Yep. Yeah. Any questions for Tony on the utilities and the streets and, yeah.
There's, I know this has nothing to do with the city, I'm sure, but thought maybe you might be able to push somebody along. The alley between, West and, Cross Street, they're right behind my house, there's, I think the
Where it was
people that
dug up
bought
and
the
was-
house behind me
Yes.
had the sewer and what, some other things installed. That's closed there. People can't get through. And of course, as you well know, most of the houses there, the
They're
garages
covered,
are
yeah.
in the alley. So I was hoping maybe there was something we could do to even just temporarily fill that in till people were
We can get with
responsible.
the gentleman that did the
And I know
work
it's
there
cold and frozen and all
Yeah,
that.
yep.
but I was
They
hoping
replaced
maybe
the
there was
lateral?
something we could do.
Yes. We replaced a section of the main at the same time because they found the problem, but they couldn't find the lateral. We went up and put a hole in our main to put the camera in to look to see what was going on and found their lateral had broke off. So we replaced that section and they replaced their entire lateral.
But whose hole is it? Who?
It's the company that did it.
So you know who they
Wabash
are.
Valley Septic, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't the city that's responsible, but
Yeah.
I thought, is there anything we can do to temporarily fill that in or something so people can get
We
by?
can technically try to put some rock in there and get it, see if it smooths out and packs in now, but we gave it a little time to settle because it was very soft at that time.
So is it ours or is it his?
It's actually his.
So you got contact with him
Yes,
pretty,
yes,
he's,
yeah.
he's easy to get a hold of.
Yes.
Yeah, so he can get it fixed pretty quickly.
Yep.
You'd make a lot of people happy, I know if he could do that. Cause it's kind of, if they go in the cross side to get
Yeah,
out, they either have to turn
try
around.
to turn
or
around and
back
go out or
Yeah.
it's a long way
So
to
the
back.
alley's closed then or something?
That section from, yeah,
And they dug in the alley, right?
yes.
Get a permit to dig in the alley, to fill it back and make it back the correct way?
I believe so. He's
Check
aware.
tomorrow.
I will check
I
on
think,
that also.
Text
He's
me.
well aware to
Scott,
have that permit.
in, reference to that, I think they tried in the sense when they first did it, they filled it all in, it looked fine. And then, of course, with the weather and everything.
Yeah, no, I know, but if
So-
they go about it the right way and get the permit to cut it, fill it in the right way to
that
fix it the
I
right
don't
way.
know, I don't know about that.
You can probably
That's my
text him
only-
tonight. I mean, he'd probably respond.
Yep.
But if not, get a hold of him
That's
tomorrow.
my only
and check.
concern is,
Yeah.
Following the
is
procedure.
following the procedure of
Yep.
cutting an alley, cutting a street and, but I don't think we're still doing a very good job of that.
No, it's
We're not.
one of the things that's the focus point, for this year is,
Not to jump in here now, but Frontier did that in front of the post office on Friday. They cut it, down in there digging, and I'll be damned I'll be danged by Saturday morning, it already had asphalt. So all those bricks that were laying in the street went right back in there. Did it get packed? No. We gotta do a better job.
they may have a compactor. I mean, Frontier might
Right,
be big enough.
you're
for-
right.
I was able to believe it.
So, yeah, check tomorrow and let me know. And, like I said, you can probably get a hold of him tonight.
I'm sure everybody in that block would buy you a cup of coffee if you could get some.
Any other questions? Hearing none. Going on down, citizens present to address the board.
I've talked to JD before. The trailer park is a bone of contention with me. And did you ever find out, are there any fines? Is there any? Because I know it was brought up a year and a half ago and one of the other people had pictures and I drove around yesterday and the same couches and trailers are up in the air that was there a year and a half ago.
I have a hard time believing it's the same ones because I believe it's more trash and junk on a trailer sitting there. I have a hard time believing it's the same ones when we identified them, took pictures of them, and they did disappear for a while. I think trash resurfaced down there and we'll do the same thing. Yeah, we have talked to where, again, the citation has been taken out of the ordinance so we could go right to the, final step, and that's abatement after 30 days. And so The citations, I know we've talked about them, other communities use them and are successful with them. So, I mean, I guess, are you asking if they're not in there, is there a discussion to say, do we put them back in there?
So like, Robbie, you send them letters, correct?
Yeah, but it's been sold to somebody else now.
So then do
Yeah,
we
we
send
send them
those
to
letters
check.
to the new people?
Not
Not
yet,
yet,
since
yeah.
this is winter time, our protocol is, in the winter time, there's no backing as in the winter time. We've always been under the, a judge is not going to make somebody go out in the elements and abate this. Okay, so the winter time, you can't have people going out in conditions to do this outside work, because there could be some harsh conditions. We've had weather where they could have. But so when we don't have that backing, we don't operate, so to speak, in the wintertime. Our protocol, like I said, we get ready in April to send out letters. The month of May, we give them free dumpsters. And then after the May free dumpsters is when we start, okay, this one's number 1, this one's number 2, this one's number 3. We don't have a lot of resources, and we're getting less and less every day, pretty much, right? So again, this year, we'll take action. The new owner has owned it for less than 30 days. Okay. Just today, he called and left a message. I called with Mr. McCammon last week right there and left a message inviting him down so we can talk to him face to face.
Is it someone local, JD?
No, he's out of Indianapolis. And when Deanna can tell you more, he didn't seem like he wants to come down. Okay. So she's like, he wants you to call him. So I need to call him, and he's going to try to handle it over the phone. I'm going to insist on him coming down. Invite Mr. McCammon to sit in on it too if he's available. Invite you guys, we'll have a group session. I know Robbie's already included in on it. To where,
Nancy Allen would like to be in on it too, I'm sure.
yep.
It's terrible out there. It's terrible.
And I plan to drive it with him and point out everything we've talked about in the past. There's a frame of a trailer there. That needs to go. There's 3 or 4 other trailers without siding on them, and they're just unsafe, unsanitary, and they're just ready to be torn down and pulled out of there. And then I want to address with him what comes back in there.
Right, so in our ordinance, do we have, I'm not familiar with the ordinance for a trailer park. In our ordinance, do they have to, when they bring one in, do they have to come to the Plan Commission zoning appeals? I mean, is that? or
No,
they-
mobile home parks have their own
Right, do
set
we-
of laws that they follow. And so, no, they don't have to come to us to pull one in. They have
Can we,
40 some parcels.
can we
there.
be more extreme than the?
Yes,
the state
that
of
would be my
Indiana?
recommendation. This guy's not here.
Right.
But that would be my recommendation is, okay, let's make a set that here's what the city of Sullivan
Right.
says they will start
You,
following.
you remove one, to bring one in, you still have to come to us.
What about the camping trailers they're starting to pull
Yeah.
in down there?
Those are, no, those are not authorized. We've got a couple other areas in the city that have campers on them.
So can we get some kind of fine in these ordinance, because you gotta hit them with a punch? Just telling them they can't do it isn't working.
So, I mean, that's, again,
I
the
agree
question
with
of
that.
the day is,
I mean, we need to do
put some
something.
citation back in there.
And a sizable
There's a
fine.
section
Yeah.
in
Yes,
the.
$100 a
hard.
day.
Something.
You
In the
know,
mobile home park.
and is anybody checking on the electricity, the sewage, the water
So
that's up
they're
there?
not, the mobile home is not authorized in the city of Sullivan to come in to the city of Sullivan
Yeah, Doug-
unless it's in the mobile home park.
That's like saying, I'm gonna-
I know that now, but also there's, even back when we had allowed them, that there is a code in there that enforces mobile homes. Whether, I would think it would enforce them anywhere in the city limits of Sullivan. I don't care if they're in a mobile home park or not.
Okay, yeah, right. So what enforcement are you talking about here? I think you're talking about the same.
Well, there's the size of them, the year that they're manufactured. There's, I can't remember everything, but there's certain
Yeah, and we're-
specifications that they have to reach.
Yeah, we're saying that, And then now she's brought up campers, you know,
Yeah.
wheels and drivable, the RVs. They're living in RVs that don't meet the criteria for size and they're not authorized. So that's the part she's talking
Why
about
don't
is,
we enforce it then?
right.
Hit them with a punch
Yeah.
in your ordinance.
So he's fully aware of it. And it's going to, we gotta have a solid plan for him to go out and throw them out. I know of a camper with some kids in it. That's going to be an issue. Okay, now they're not authorized, but
If
it's
DCS
winter
would
time,
go and
and
look
we're
at
gonna
that,
kick
they
them
wouldn't
out.
be
I
in
mean,
there.
I wouldn't think that's,
I mean, I know you know this, but the Board of Zoning Appeals
Yeah.
has the right to go right to the courts. I
absolutely,
mean, it's in if there's an obstruction or if there's a violation, they don't have to mess around. They have the authority. They're one of the few, I think, that I know of that has the authority to file right in the court. So,
And that's the approach.
weren't you on there?
Or correct me if I'm wrong, but if there's children living in anything out there, anything, I don't think any judge in this county will force them out.
right, that's one
I used to
location,
go to court for the hospital all the time. I heard too many of those stories.
that's one location. That's one that she's addressing that one. He's gonna be addressing the ones in the mobile home park.
Yes.
And again, with the ownership change in the last 30 days, talking to the new owner and letting him know, we're not going to accept that. Because there is one in there that was there probably for 6 months now. I've seen it. You know, it's been there. It's on the Troll Street side. It's right there. It's one of the first ones. And they've set it up to be permanent. And that's, you know, code enforcement will address it. I don't know who's living in that
We
one.
talked about it before in the other meetings. And
Yeah.
Doug didn't have the right meetings or information to be able to tell if they could do that or not.
So I guess that's where we're at. It's still in legal's
Yeah.
hands to get, what's the next step? Before, yeah, I can get BZA can go in there and file it and abate it. And that's what we could do with the one in the mobile home park. But the other one is a little bit touchier of an issue, I think.
Well, the one on Silver Street's got children in it also, and they just moved it in and it's getting trashier every day.
So see, one just moved in on Silver Street.
Yeah.
If they're living in a camper, wouldn't it be the responsibility of the DCS to go in and make sure? I mean, campers are little and you got a whole family living in them.
Mike, can you educate us on the DCS laws? I mean, I would think the same as you, Jackie, as there's a concern there. But if that family can prove that living conditions suitable, which I mean, I don't think
Yeah,
it is,
I can't talk for DCS.
and it violates our ordinance.
In regards to DCS law and what they do,
I guess, I think what we're both asking is to take a stand and do something and put a punch in it, whether it's in your ordinance or whatever. But, you know, if this guy doesn't want to come down at the trailer park because he don't have time for it, that tells you right there what kind of a landlord he's gonna be. And if you don't set it in stone now, he's gonna take advantage of you.
Can't imagine why he'd buy it.
Huh?
I said, I can't imagine why he would buy it if he's seen it.
I agree.
Yeah, he's buying as many as he can get. He wants, you know, my indication is he wants to grow a mobile home business in the Midwest. He owns some over in Ohio to Illinois. This one came up. He's purchased it. So he owns multiple mobile home parks. And so that's my impression over the phone when I talked to him, is he's trying to grow something big with mobile home parks. So, and that's, you know, the one out on the east, right outside the city limits, he's purchased that too in the deal. Not a concern of ours. Yeah, both Mises, yeah.
So like, I thought in the past, we could bring him into the plan commission, bring the owner in and say, hey, here's this, and this. We did the same over on
State Street.
State Street. It's the same thing could be done at the trailer park. Bring him to the plan commission. Our meeting, you are to attend the plan commission meeting, and here's the violations here's what needs to be done in 30 days. Or we did the same thing over, I can't remember the gentleman's name, doesn't matter. Where we tore the house down by the Christian church. The same thing was done to him. Same thing can be done to the trailer park.
Oh, yeah, we'll,
You're
the
right,
next
'cause
planning commission, I
that all
mean,
works in with the
it's-
board of zoning
Right,
appeals,
you
and they
know,
got the codes there.
the,
And Pound still,
Yep.
okay. He ought to be involved in this too.
and if we send us, go ahead.
That's right. Who has the authority? You say the Board of Zoning Appeals, and then we refer to the ordinance. It seems like there's confusion as to the authority. Does the Board of Zoning Appeals have the authority over a city ordinance?
They have
I think you go
the-
to the plan commission.
Or even the plan commission?
No, the planning commission only has to do with the master plan, but the actual conduct enforcement is done through the board of zoning appeals.
Based on the
Gene,
ordinance?
if I'm off base,
Yeah.
am I?
No, you're not on base, you're right.
But they have the authority to go direct to the court. I mean, they don't, really, the way it's set up with this zoning, and we're fortunate to have it, is that they can control any violations, in my opinion, and all they gotta do is follow the zoning code to do it.
The zoning code of who?
Of the
Of the
city of
city of
Sullivan.
the city.
City of Sullivan.
Of the city of
Through an
Sullivan.
ordinance? Is that?
Yes.
It's a big.
Well, yeah,
We
it's
there's ordinance establishing the zoning,
zoning here,
and
I
they're
just
part
had a
of the
question.
zoning control.
and that's the zone mobile home park.
And they're supposed to be
MH.
working in conjunction with the plant, with the commissioner.
Who are our members of zoning appeals?
Leland Street.
I'm still a little
Here on the
confused
spot.
on why did we do
Uh,
the plan commission on the one over on,
I can't hear you.
She was.
why
Amber
did
Hunt
we,
still on.
why did we do it?
Amber
I
Hunt.
think you gotta go to the plan commission too.
I can't hear you.
The planning commission is supposed to be involved in anything decision made as far as the master plan of the city. That's what their obligation is. In other words, if something comes in and they want to locate, they're the ones that determine if they can locate there and all of that. The zone, the zoning board is the one that has the
We
authority.
haven't done it in the past.
I think we need to
So
make.
that's where we're at
Well,
here.
let
is
me give you
This
an
guy may
example.
be
No, I
cooperative
get
as
what
can
you're saying,
be.
Gene. I get what you're saying.
I was not arguing there. I just think we're sitting there saying, well, you're not supposed to have a camper in the city. Is that in an ordinance form? And if so, then they're violating the damned ordinance.
That's true.
End of discussion. And like Jackie says, make the penalty severe,
Put a fine in there.
serious. In a way, and Doug should be here, in a way that non-payment would therefore lead to action. That's all I'm saying. I don't know if it's that simple, and I'll do research on this.
All I know is if somebody, say, they establish a beauty shop.
Mhm.
And in order to do that, they have to have parking spaces off the city streets. And that all has to, and if it's an exception to how it's zoned, then the zoning board is the one that approves the exception. If the exception is not followed, then they're the ones that can also bring them in and say, you either do this or we'll void, and, that's it. They have that authority.
Okay.
At least, now I'm telling you this based on back experience. If the laws have changed, I don't know, but that's what it was. Because we used to have a bunch of stuff on zoning, that went before the board a lot of times. It was violations of they were minimal violations, but there were still violations.
Yeah, and now, again, this new owner may be understanding. He may be cooperative. He may understand that, there's standards. I've talked to him once on the phone. And so trying to get him down there is my next step, and, having a face-to-face meeting with him and talking this over with him and seeing where it goes from there. Now, I've mentioned to him about those campers because he's in it for a business and he started rattling off, well, can we have this? Can we have that? And no. And it was campers and some other types of smaller ones where I told him there was a ordinance that says a permanent domain with this frontage of this square footage and everything. And so,
And skirted.
all the details. And so,
What'd you say, Gene?
And skirted.
I'd like to see what he wants to talk over the phone about, to where he may come up with, yeah, I'll come down on this day and we'll have a meeting. So that's that step, but we can take it to the planning commission, BZA and everything, if he's gonna not cooperate and understand it. So, I guess he's owned it for less than 30 days. And let's see where he's at is my recommendation. Like, let me find out where he's at and then we'll get something arranged to say you are coming down to face this panel, this
He's a
board.
good owner. He should have already called the city and
Exactly.
said, I
Yes.
would like to have your ordinances
Necessary
on
requirements.
trailers.
Yeah.
So Jackie, I heard you talking about a question. I heard you. So how do they do their sewer? Does he pay a sewer bill?
Well, I know the one by me has a trash can.
Okay, so does,
Remember when Jack came over
okay,
there?
we're talking now, I'm gonna talk trailer park.
Yeah, they have sewer
but-
bills.
Okay,
Not
so
Jack,
it's
Chuck.
individual.
Yeah,
One sewer bill,
Well, it's according,
one
some of them-
sewer bill for all?
no.
No,
Individual lots.
When Chuck Mize had it, each individual parcel, whoever was renting paid their sewer bill.
Uh-huh.
Now,
Okay.
whether he keeps it that way, I
So
don't
like,
know.
remember when he came over there he came to the Board of Works
Yeah, he
meeting?
did.
And that was the longest one. It went into the council time.
Yeah,
This
That's what he was
gentleman has
saying.
never called to find out about the water and sewer service.
He backs it as an owner. He backs that person that's responsible for payment every month, which is the tenant. And that was his question, was like, why do I have to back that person? Well, it's your property. It's
Right.
your,
okay. So I guess my question is, if they pull a camper into lot B and they hook up to the city sewer, how do we know that?
Because they turn on water.
in every
In
water.
their name.
So how many, okay, so I'd
They
just
turn
be,
on water in their name.
and that'd be a question
That
that I
thing,
could
the
ask
next
Indiana
month.
American, how many water meters do you have?
They probably would be hard to tell you. It would be easier to have Phyllis run that area of town and tell you how many sewer bills are generated there.
Okay, that'd be,
But the sewer
That'd be
bills
fine.
are generated after the water has
A
been.
month after the water
initiated.
company.
and we should be able to do that at any point, right?
Run the number? Oh, yeah, she can do it tomorrow with that address, so.
JD, it's like the trailers that's next to me. Some guy from Florida owns it. That first one probably isn't even livable. When the tornado hit, it had all of the electrical hanging down in it. But they rent it out. They don't care the conditions. They rent it out. So you can do what you want, but are you willing to take the chance that this guy is going to be a good landlord? Are you willing to take that chance that he's going to destroy a whole end of town?
I'm not going to jump to conclusions. So yes, I want to talk to him, meet with him, and just like they discussed, there's ways of handling it, saying, hey, you will come and face this
It doesn't mean
planning
you come.
commission, BZA. So, yeah, I want to take it. Step one is, again, I just got the message today that he called back. She just told me earlier today, hey, Manny wants you to call him.
No.
Okay, I've got that. Plan for the council meeting tonight. So I'll give you a chance tomorrow to give him a call and see what it's about.
Okay.
So, you're basing it on,
Hey, I've been living
You know,
it, so.
you're basing it on just the likelihood you think's high that he's just gonna let it run down.
Yeah, I do.
We're basing it on age.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take $1 for it, he's
Yeah.
gonna have to generate income.
Uh-huh.
Any other questions? Comments? Hearing none? All right, council comments. No council comments? Okay. I just have a few. There'll be a new website coming out soon, in the next, couple months. Be looking for that. But I also want to address, there's a newsletter that's been started for the city. Sign up for it. Go to a social media post. We put out how to sign up for it through social media. Snowball's this Saturday. I've got a ticket, get a ticket. Come join us Saturday night at Civic Center for a good fun time. And then also know Thursday, Jalen McCammon, she's going to state in wrestling. That's a pretty big accomplishment. She's a Sullivan High School senior. There'll be a send-off. He brought her in the other night from her regional matches. She placed third to advance her to state. We wish her the best. And Thursday evening, I think her dad said after practice they'd be leaving. We're going to take her around the square on a fire truck a few times and then escort her out of town on her way to state. So we wish her the best of luck at state wrestling competition.
Better be in the cab.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah.
So these papers you give us, are these just stuff to look over, just for new ideas?
Yeah, we need to go that way on the our ordinances for those.
Okay, it's just something for us research.
Yeah, it's just information of where ours need to go.
This deal for the lease agreement
I've got my list.
Yeah.
for the pet cemetery, is that?
That hasn't crossed his desk yet, but Bill brought it in. I wanted to provide it to you in case you see anything on it. I looked at it. It looks pretty kosher.
I'll go for it.
So when Doug gets it tomorrow, he'll review it. Good. Any other?
So these are just examples.
All right, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make it.
Gotcha. Done.
Oh, I'm stiff here.